Welcome back, everybody. It's day 98. We're almost at the 100 days in office mark for this journey to build a $1 million software company. First of all, happy Pride to everybody. Love to everybody who's being themselves out there. This week's been really hard, actually. There's so many potential paths we could take right now, and I'm really feeling that need to get the first set of users. It's never easy. So let's dive into it. So I want to start this week by telling a story about Product Hunt. I was actually pretty early into Product Hunt back in 2012, I think, 2013. I was building a product called 12ish. That's my tattoo for it right there. Which was basically a product that said, lets you book 12 minutes of time on the phone with anybody. I was trying to seed the users for that, and I built this interactive spreadsheet that kind of helped you find email addresses and write cold emails. So what I did was I built that spreadsheet, and I was working that spreadsheet months and months and trying to get things going. I realized the spreadsheet was kind of valuable, and I turned it into this kind of like overnight project, just threw a website together for this interactive spreadsheet, and I posted it on Reddit. I was on vacation with my family, actually. I woke up in the morning, grabbed my phone, and I had completely blown up on Product Hunt. I didn't even post it. Somebody had posted it. Orders were streaming in for a product I barely had cinched together, and in the end I made $2,000 over that weekend just from Product Hunt, and I hadn't even planned to do it. So it was a really positive experience, and I got a ton of feedback and a ton of connections through that. And that product was called Lukewarm Emailer. I'll put a link to the blog post I wrote years ago about that experience. But anyway, Product Hunt's changed a lot over time, and its impact on product launches can be very mixed, but it's definitely a known quantity to me. I've launched many products on there, and I always get positive things coming from it. Momentum, I get connections, I get ideas. So I'm really bullish on Product Hunt, but I'm also hesitant to launch without an audience to help me rank, because if you don't have a good starting on Product Hunt, it's really hard to get noticed. Do me a quick favor right now. If you are going to help me in my Product Hunt launch, can you please drop a comment or send me a tweet or something like that just to show me some support? It would be really helpful to know that you guys have my back. So that's where my head is at and trying to get to, but I feel like I need to take some stepping stones to get there. This week was just really hard because I stepped really far out of my comfort zone and trying to figure out how to seed these first users. So I've been exposed to a lot of different marketing tools over the years, although I am a novice marketer myself, and some of these platforms are just a little expensive for me. I did find Ubersuggest, which is pretty reasonably priced, and it's run by Neil Patel, who's an amazing marketer. So I'm starting with that tool to dip my toes into the world of trying to figure out how to get these first users. So what I've been doing that's been very frustrating is I'm trying to find keywords that have a decent volume and a low cost per click, at least low enough for me to work on it, and trying to use long tail keywords so that I can get something hyper targeted and get some validation on signups and things like that. What's truly challenging for me is my budget is low. So if I think about video introduction for job, which is a really interesting concept for a niche for this product, for Snaptro, but it's $5.82 for a click. And the search volume is only 140 for the month, which may not be enough. So it's going to be really expensive to test that. And what happens when I run that? So I've got to build a landing page for that ad. I've got to make sure it's hyper targeted and then see what kind of conversions I get out of that. And it's going to cost me quite a bit. So I'm only going to be able to get, 20 clicks maybe. So am I going to be able to really test conversions with $100 here? Maybe I need to, maybe $200. I don't really have a whole lot to spend on this. But what's really frustrating for me is just knowing where to start. There's so many options to take here, and each one is going to take me, weeks to test and an effort to build a landing page. So I just kind of got frustrated, and I still think this is a good idea, but I'm running blind on this. I don't like waiting, because when you're doing something that you're not quite sure about, you want that feedback to come as quickly as it can. So as frustrating as that process was, the one really good thing that came out of it is it made it really clear to me that I do need to pick a niche, maybe one or two, and I really need to get aggressive in the problem statement. So the actual product, Snaptro, it doesn't solve a very specific problem. It's just describing the tech. So I've got to dig into a niche. And I think the one that came up to me that I feel like I got a couple ideas. Basically, one is job seekers. So people who are looking to apply for jobs, why not make a video cover letter? So sort of replace the old school cover letter, introduce yourself, give yourself that personality and passion and energy that people need to see. That's how I'd like to apply for a job. And I think I'd come across a lot better that way. So can I target job seekers? And that actually also helps with the whole tie into new teammate, because that's the hiring process, which then once you get hired, you can use new teammate. So I like that a lot. The other one that I really like that's a little more business focused, which is always good for financial reasons, is sales development reps and using this to introduce yourself to potential clients. Maybe you have a demo book, and that led me to creating a landing page like this. I'm thinking about somebody who's in sales. The biggest thing here, the problem I'm attacking is no-shows are a huge waste of time and energy. So if you book a demo as a sales rep and then people don't show up, that's terrible, right? So it's always going to happen, but maybe we can reduce or eliminate a lot of them by establishing an emotional connection through video. So I'm thinking, like, what if we pitch this to people, like saying, okay, when you send these emails out for your demos or for your sales calls, keep the links to just the one where it's just a video introduction of yourself. And on that page, you can explain yourself that you're a human. You know, maybe people won't stand you up if they realize that you're a real person that's trying to connect with them, but also being able to link out to case studies, research statistics, ways to get started with your product so that people can be prepped for the demo. You know, I think that would be a really high value thing. Right after that, we can have them create their landing page. I'm kind of working on this idea for stats. It made me realize that for sales reps, stats are going to be crucial. So right out of the gate, I feel like we're going to have to make some additions to the feature set to make this happen. But we can also put this as a coming soon item. I don't really think we need to actually build it. So whether or not, I go with one niche or two niches or whatever, I do think this is a really valid exercise for me. I think I need to build these several landing pages for some specific use cases and then highlight that on the homepage and say, it works for teachers, it works for job seekers, it works for sales reps. Give people very specific reasons why they should use the product. I reviewed my last week's video, and I do want to say I got to pump the brakes a little bit. So there was something I said in there. I was like, maybe it's time to start building out the payment system, and I'm going to need that to show that there is value because I'm giving these things away for free. You need to see that there's value. And then I just was like, dude, okay, you can show that you have value, but you don't actually have to build the payment stuff. So what I did this week was refresh this page to show you, have this limited time offer that comes up here now. And basically just says anybody who comes to the site, make it super clear, you get a free account for life if you sign up right now. So it's a limited time offer. And down by the pricing, I've got crossouts here that just says, don't worry about paying, you're going to get your free lifetime account. So I'm still showing value and applying some scarcity pressure. So I guess just a good reminder to slow things down and don't forget that you can fake it till you make it. Like, we don't have to build the payment system yet. And then the other thing I did was when you log into the app and you have an account, I want to make this very clear that you have a lifetime free account, giving that away so you can give it to your friends. And then the other feature that I really felt was going to be crucial for this launch is going to be being able to create multiple pages as a pro user. So I've added this ability to create as many pages as you want, with the secondary link, just tacks onto your link. So you can have as many of these as you want. You can do custom videos for specific customer segments. If you're a sales rep or if you're applying to different jobs, you could do one for each company that you're applying for. So after building those landing pages, I think it is going to be a valid exercise to do some of those long tail keyword ad campaigns, see what kind of traction I can get from that. Even if it's a waste of money, I think I need to go through that process. So I think that's the next step. But then back to Product Hunt, I don't like the idea of launching on Product Hunt without an audience because it's just going to be hard to rank. But I do have a couple nice things going for me. First of all, there's you guys, but also I can give away lifetime free accounts on Product Hunt. That's a really nice bonus because every time I've launched in the past, I've needed signups and generating revenue. With this one, I'm just trying to seed users. So I can start by showing value, but giving it away for free. And then also I have my YouTube story to share. So the fact that I'm building this in public, I think will help a lot in the post. And then also I can even maybe talk about the Snaptro idea actually being a funnel for new teammate, and something that I'm working on. So I think that could resonate with people. And then I also have to remind myself that I did this whole tangent building Snaptro so that I could build the audience. And I knew that I was going to have to kind of burn through maybe that Product Hunt launch to get those users. And I almost, just forgot about that. So I don't want to get too lost in the weeds building Snaptro up and forget about new teammate. So I think that's the plan going forward here. I think it's build out some niche landing pages for some specific use cases, find some long tail keywords to tie to those landing pages and run some ad campaigns. While those ads are running, start prepping Snaptro for the actual Product Hunt launch. So there's a couple features I feel like we really need to have rounded out. I want this to be nice and polished for product hunt, especially since I won't have a big audience going in. I really want the product to shine. So I got a couple things I got to work out there: terms, privacy, got to get some support links in there, do that product hunt launch, unless for some reason the ad campaigns go crazy well, and then we can just go from there. So thanks a lot. I'm looking forward to next week when we crack over that 100 days. Thanks for watching. Smash that like and subscribe button. I'll see you guys later.